This is a new book that I got recently. It's a middle school book, but it's written for elementary students. So we are going to read the first chapter of this today. It's a super popular book, apparently. It has a lot of good reviews, so I hope that you like it. I've actually never read it, so we'll see how we do. Number 1, let's get radioactive. I'm lying on a steel table, all too aware of the giant ray gun pointed in my direction. It looks like one of those room-sized 5-ton laser things supervillains use in movies, the kind they threaten to destroy the planet with. What music are you into, Ross? I'm pretty sure the radiation tech is just trying to distract me as he bolts me down. A hard plastic mesh mask over my neck and head holds me still. They molded it to my face yesterday, and the tech struggles to click it onto the table. He scrunches his nose, pushing. This is the mask. Mask, nose of mask, eye hole. Oh, anything, whatever, I mumble through my teeth. The hardened mask doesn't let my chin move much. The headpiece locks in, and the tech, Frank, gives my shoulders a bump with his fist. Come on, man, you're going to lie here for a half an hour? You need some tunes. I've got all kinds. Name something you like. There are no wrong answers. I scan my brain. If you could... Can you just... KZAQ? Frank stops and doubles over at the waist like he's being gut-punched. He hangs there, talking to the floor. Okay, no wrong answers but that one. He straightens up and winces at me. Seriously? You like that top 40 garbage? It's what my parents have on all the time. So dorky. I try to look away casually, but my head won't budge. Frank stares before letting out an exaggerated sigh. Fine, but tomorrow tell me what you like, not what Mom and Dad like. He walks over and fiddles with an old-timey boombox on a high wall shelf next to a teetering stack of CDs and cassette tapes. Seriously? There must be a gazillion dollars worth of equipment in here, and they can't afford an MP3 player? I notice a bit of tattoo peeking out from the arm of Frank Scrubs. A lizard tail, maybe. Or a tentacle? Beyonce fills the room, and suddenly Frank is all business. I know we went over this yesterday, but let's review. He wraps his arm around his clipboard and begins, like he's done this 1,000 times. The gurney you're going on is going to lift you up and move you into place. The treatment takes 25 minutes or so. Keep your limbs and naughty bits inside the ride at all times. Do not throw things at the radiation techs. Do not feed the radiation techs. Do not waggle your legs around like a synchronized swimmer. Do not pass. Go. Do not hum the Goo Goo Dolls, as I despise the Goo Goo Dolls. Frank steps aside to let another tech, Callie, I think, reach in and mold some blue clay over the bridge of my nose. She smiles at me and tells me it's to protect my good eye from the beam. Then she pats my chest. I hope I don't look nervous, as nervous as I feel, because I feel like a rabbit in a trap. My face is hot. Okay, now for the important part. Frank is back. When I tell you, you're going to stare at the red X above you, and the one we made over there by the big zapper yesterday. You'll see it when the machine slides you over. The mask prevents much of a nod, but he seems to catch it. Don't move your eye off of that X, or your eye will explode into a million pieces like the Death Star, okay? I let out a little grunt. Frank pulls his arm on my arm. I'm kidding, Ross. I mean, kind of. Don't look away from the X. Your eye won't explode, but we're dealing with your vision. Important stuff. So keep your eye on the X, or it could just keep your eye on the X, and you'll be fine. Callie steps back in the U-shaped attachment that looks like a part of a kid's car seat. She fits it over my face and helps me slip the molded mouthpiece into my mouth. My teeth lock into it when I bite down, and she snaps the ends of the U to the table. Ka-chunk! The table is attached to a huge mechanical arm, like something out of Star Trek. My nose itches. I couldn't move my head if I had to, and something about that makes me all squirmy inside. I feel like a bug on a dissecting table. Frank and Callie look down at me. You good? Callie squeezes one of my sock-covered toes. Need a blanket? Nah, I'm good. Okay. She tucks a lock of hair behind her ear, gives me a friendly smile. Everybody smiles a lot here, probably because they can tell I'm freaking out. We'll be right around the corner. You'll do great. Frank winks. No sweat. You'll see. They walk off to my left, but I can't turn my head to follow them. The lights dim slowly as Gwen Stefani starts singing about bananas. I'll admit, it's a little freaky being the only one in here with all this machinery, all this stuff. I close my eyes and let out a long breath. It shudders as it slowly comes out, which somehow takes my nerves up another notch. All right, Frank's voice squawks through a tiny speaker. We're gonna get started, Ross. Just relax and keep your eye on the red X. You're about to go for a ride. After a few seconds of silence, there are loud bangs and revving sound. The entire room of heavy machinery comes to life with beeping and whirring, what might be big fans powering up. Maybe things heat up when the radiation gets going? I have no idea. The gurney shudders, and I begin to rise. Frank comes through the speaker again. Houston, we have liftoff. So we have some comics in this one, too. Bat-Pig Comics. Bat-Pig versus the radioactive Zapper. Poor Bat-Pig, our hero, is strapped down against Zapper pointed at the bat skull. One zap could... Oh, it says, well, this is a pickle. One zap could blast his ever-loving face off. He needs to act super fast. Gonna zap you, I see that. The Zapper talks. Suddenly, Bat-Pig uses his super strength to break a strap. Grunt. Plink. Oh dear. Self-zap. No! Seriously, I don't know the Zapper could speak. Then he captures the evil doctor and gives him a super noogie. Bad, doctor, bad. Now I see the error of my ways. Noogie. Justice has prevailed. Bat-Pig goes for a nice sandwich. Now this is a pickle. The next chapter is called Protonapalooza. So we are not going to read the next chapter, but I actually do like the first chapter of this book. So I hope you come to the library and read it, and then tell me how you think the rest of it goes. Thanks for coming. Bye!